Nigga, I'm late to the party, but better to show up than not at all. About to go see What Men Want and see if this movie is good or if it's one of them films where you're kind of like, gah. So, more on that. And we're back with more on this. This glare is crazy.
Well, hey there, neighbor. Why don't you go and hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already? And if you are, I like you. I like your kind. Hit that like button for me. Give me some comments. Give me some feedback, and make sure to share this around for me, eh? Hello, and welcome to my spoiler-free review.
So, What Men Want, starring Taraji P. Henson, Tracy Morgan, a sports agent by the name of Ollie Davis, played by Taraji P. Henson, is looking for a promotion for her well-deserved work in this field that she's in. Problem is, she has to get through her male counterparts to do so in this all-boys club, so to speak, since she is the only female that is within this firm or this agency.
Seen that 1,000 times already.
But anyway, after being told by quite a few people, friends included, that she just doesn't really get men and she doesn't really connect well with guys. Imagine that. Gets powers from some magical concocted tea by a psychic played by Erykah Badu, who was absolutely hilarious in this movie. What intrigued me the most about all this was the way this movie was outlined, you know what I mean? Like, I get it, it's an all-boys club, you know, it's her being the only female in a sports agency, trying to know things about sports and trying to get up the ranks and make partner and all these other things and stuff like that. And you get a look at the coworkers, and it's just a total frat house, bro. Like, everybody in there is a dude or a bro trying to slap five and drink beers, and I don't even know. It was just a lot. It was a lot. Like, at first glance, I was kind of like, so this is what we gotta deal with, huh? How long is this movie again? But no, it surprisingly worked out pretty well. There was a lot of funny moments in this movie. Some things felt a little forced, some things fell a little flat, but for the jokes that did land, they landed. And, you know, you could appreciate them. You could appreciate those jokes. I gotta say, the funniest character I thought was Erykah Badu. But upon further review, I gotta say, the funniest character in this movie to me was probably the love interest. The nigga, what's his name? Will, in the movie, played by Aldous Hodge. His face looks so familiar. I know him from somewhere. I really don't feel like looking at where I know him from. But that nigga was funny in this movie. Like, bar none, without a doubt. And when it got serious in the movie, he was serious. Like, that acting was pretty good. Needless to say, just like the 2000 film of What Women Want, there were definite light jabs and heavy blows in the world of role reversal here. And I gotta tell you, I wasn't really all that mad at it. It's funny to hear that perspective. I mean, you hear women joke about these things, and women comedians joke about these things all the time, and you know, just seeing it on screen and watching it played out and stuff like that, like just seeing how wild these things are, is just like, yo, chill. You definitely get like a large hint of this role reversal just from the first sex scene that's in this movie alone. This movie, as good as it was the usual premise that you'll see in a movie like 1,000 times over. You know, the main character with a rough exterior, going through, you know, whatever feats and problems that they're going through, and then they eventually hit rock bottom, and once they hit rock bottom, they have these life-changing moments that help them for the better, but it's usually after they've lost everything. And then once they've realized they've hit rock bottom and they change and things become a little bit better and they apologize to the people that they've hurt along the ways and stuff like that, and then, you know, all is forgiven and is happy ever after in the story because, you know, plot.
It was fun seeing the dynamics between certain in particular characters, like, you know, the bond between Taraji and her assistant, her gay assistant at that, which they make it very forward right up the front, like oh yeah, no, this character's gay. You don't need to waste your time trying to figure it out. The bond and relationship between her and her dad, played by Richard Roundtree, aka Shaft, And then even better, the dynamics between her and her love interest Will. And this nigga, I felt bad for him most of the movie because he's like, I don't know what's going on, but I am here for the ride. Much like I was. And when it got serious and there was like some heartfelt moments and it was like, you know, men talking amongst men about some real stuff or females talking amongst the ladies about some real stuff, you know, you feel that. You feel that and, you know, I mean, there's really not much to say about it in the scene because, you know, you get it.
Overall, I actually loved the movie. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad either. Like, it wasn't complete and utter trash. I would be willing to buy it just strictly for the sheer comedic value that it presented and nothing more. Because, again, I've seen this movie 1,000 times without actually seeing this movie 1,000 times. But in the same token, if it hit DVD right now, or even next week for that matter, I wouldn't be in a rush to buy it at all. I'd wait it out. I'd probably wait for it in like the $5 bin, or at least wait for the price to go down a little bit. Because, you know, oof, $20 for this movie? I don't know, man. I mean, I saw this on Discount Tuesday. I paid half price for my ticket, and that was fair. I would recommend seeing it just to see it, unless it's not your kind of thing. But if it wasn't your kind of thing, I mean, why are you here, right? Or What Men Want, I would give it a solid 6.5 out of 10. 6.5? Yeah. And then I'm just sitting here calling these things in the theater. Like, the ending, I saw that coming a mile away. We've seen this happen 1,000 times. So, I mean, it was no surprise on how it ended. Yeah, so a good 6.5 out of 10 should be good. It's not half, so it's not terrible, but it's not so good that I gotta give it a solid 7. So I'm gonna stick with it. In any case, What Men Want? What did you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget again to subscribe, hit that notification bell for more updates, like and comment for your boy. And if you like this video and you know somebody else who's seen this movie, thinking about seeing this movie, do not forget to share this around. Just here, man, telling it like it is.
I'm just trying to